Hello Virgo, welcome, it's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all well wherever you are. This is your reading for the 15th through to the 21st of February 2022, or thereabouts. It could resonate a little bit beyond that time. But it's a general reading, Virgo, as always, so take what resonates with you. Anything that doesn't resonate or make sense for your story at this time, then it'll be for somebody else. So just take what resonates with yourself, Virgo. So let's see. We'll start off with the Oracle of Vision for anyone that's interested. Just to get your reading started. Just get a couple of overall energies. So what do we have for Virgo at this time, please? What's important for Virgo to consider at this time? All right, we have number 35, and this talks about solitude, loneliness perhaps, isolation, feeling isolated, feeling out on a limb. We see the mask falling here, so it could be referring to somebody's, revealing or feeling vulnerable, perhaps having to take off their mask that they have been using as a protection, if you like, putting a different face forward, that sort of an energy, Virgo. But let's see, just pop that to one side. And then we have number 1, and this talks about a new beginning, so releasing from the past, new beginning. All right, so let's see. Right, so let's get into the Gilded Tarot. So what do we have for Virgo, please? What's important for Virgo to consider at this time? What do we have for Virgo? Right, well, we have the Devil energy that's just jumped out and flipped over. I will put it back, but just to quickly say, the Devil energy can either be referring to somebody or it's an energy of the Devil. And that can be an obsessive energy, an addictive energy. Something that draws you in, can be quite toxic. All right, I'll just pop it back in, but we'll see perhaps where that fits in. So we have the heart of your reading, the root of the matter, past influences, what's on your mind at the moment, the future going forward, and then something else here that your guides would like to say to you at this time, Virgo. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Two of Wands, and this talks about coming to a fork in the road. There's going to be a decision to be made about which direction that you go in, Virgo. Okay, I'll just put that to one side, and we'll come back to that in a little while. So let's clarify the cards on the table. So could we clarify all of the cards on the table, please, for Virgo? Clarify all of the cards on the table. At the bottom of the deck we have the Three of Swords. Now this talks about heartbreak, heartache, something that's pulling at your heartstrings, Virgo. Right, so I'll just put that to one side also, and then we can get into your reading. So at the heart of your reading, we have the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. The Three of Pentacles, this is very much about working hard, focusing, developing something new, perhaps putting the finishing touches to something that you've been working hard on. It may have been just yourself, or you may have been pooling your skills with others to create whatever it is. And of course, with the Queen of Wands alongside, she's the great entrepreneur in the minor arcana. Very creative, vibrant, energetic, a go-getter. It's that sort of an energy, seeing opportunities and going for them, but bringing lots of energy and charisma to this situation. And that's a clarifier for something you've been working on and putting the finishing touches to, Virgo. It'll be something different for all of you. So let's see. What's at the root of this? Okay, well, we have the Five of Wands and we have the Queen of Swords. The Five of Wands, this is difference of opinion, different perspectives. Could be different perspectives that lead on to some form of compromising situation. You know, who gives way? Who wants to? Somebody wants to dominate here. Somebody wants their perspective and opinion to dominate. It could be referring to arguments, disagreements, and of course, with the Queen of Swords, as a clarifier, this is just using pure logic, thinking things through logically, not allowing emotion to get in the way. And so this is intellectual discord, I feel. And you're trying to get a better understanding of what's going on here. And of course, the Queen of Swords, you know, this could well be your energy, Virgo. Although you're an earth energy, your ruling planet is Mercury, which is very much the planet of the mind and communication. You know, so this could be an aspect of yourself giving it deep thought to this discord that's been happening. So this is already in place. This is at the root of this situation. So this is interesting. Let's have a look at the past influences. Well, we have two major arcana energies, so two significant energies here in the past. The High Priestess and the Star. The High Priestess is a Pisces energy. The Star is very much an Aquarius energy, if that's useful for somebody to know. But the High Priestess, this is tapping into your higher self, your higher intuition, to get to the bottom of something. There's something you knew you didn't know, if that makes sense, and you had to look into it to get the answers, to get to the bottom of something, because something was a bit mysterious. You know, it wasn't quite clear. So you had to really do a lot of research and thinking things through. And it was to do with having hope, wishing on a star. You know, something you were hoping for and wishing for. The star can also be about healing, bringing in healing. That's just for some of you. All right, but holding out for hope. And just looking, you know, trying to get more information. And of course, those energies have led on to putting the finishing touches to something that you've been working hard on and creating, possibly with others. A very creative opportunity. But of course, at the root, there's been discord and different perspectives and disagreements that you've been giving some deep thought to. All right, so what's on your mind, Virgo? We have the Chariot and we have the Four of Swords. What's on your mind at the moment? The Chariot, in its purest sense, is about things going forward, you know, events starting to move forward quickly, dramatically, successfully. However, in this depiction, this Chariot is not going anywhere anytime soon. We have the blocks in front of the wheels. There's no horses. There's no reins. And the woman sitting on the Chariot is quite distracted, looking the other way. So although everything's ready, there's no movement, and that's what you're thinking about. And the clarifier is the Four of Swords, and this is taking time out, having a rest, having a break, and this is what you're thinking about. I feel you're thinking about perhaps the need to have time out, putting your heart to one side here to have a break from affairs of the heart, from matters of the heart. You're feeling quite drained with the situation. So if we look at the 4 cards along the top here, so, you know, we're coming to a fork in the road, having to make a decision which way to go, which path to choose. Because something, although it's ready to go, some things at a standstill. Some things at a standstill. And it's concerning having to take a break, a rest from matters to do with the heart because of something that's pulling at your heartstrings, causing some heartbreak for you. I'm just wondering whether that's why you're feeling a bit isolated here, a bit out in the cold, out on a limb. Right, going forward, Virgo, we have the 8 of Swords and we have the Moon. Again, the Moon is a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. But the 8 of Swords, this is feeling stuck, you know, not really being able to see a way out of a situation, a way forward, feeling quite trapped. But this is self-entrapment with the 8 of Swords, because the hands of the young woman aren't tied in a knot. She could loosen them, shake them off. She could then remove her blindfold and she would be able to see a way forward. So that's not to minimise that this is a difficult situation, Virgo. But there's something that's too difficult for you to see for going forward. It's a difficult decision to make. And of course, right at the beginning, we had the 2 of Wands, which is having to make a decision which way to go forward. But the clarifier for the 8 of Swords is the Moon. And the reason it's difficult is because things aren't clear. Things are foggy, blurred. It's not clear which way to go. It's just not clear. The situation isn't clear. And so that's why there's a feeling, you know, a sense of you keeping yourself mentally trapped. It's not physically trapped, mentally trapped. Not wanting to see which way to go forward because things are too foggy, things are too unclear at this time. And we can see that with the 2 of Wands and the Chariot, where, you know, everything's ready, should be ready for going forward and moving forward, but it's at a standstill. And it's to do with matters to do with the heartbreak. But we do have a new beginning on the table here. We do have a new beginning. But this is also about releasing from the past also. Need to let something go. It's very much like the World card in Tarot, where an old cycle is completing. You need to let it go, ready for the new cycle to begin. Okay. So, what would your guides like to say to you? Well, Virgo, We have the Three of Swords again, and we have the Lovers. All right. So what your guides are saying to you, this is very much about heartbreak and heart pain, and it's to do with a relationship. I'm going to get some more information for you. Remember, this reading isn't for everybody, Virgo, but it certainly will be for somebody, or for a small handful of you that the energies are honing in on here. So why is the Three of Swords here? And the Lovers, please. Why is the Three of Swords here? And the Lovers for Virgo. Three of Swords and the Lovers. Could we have more information? All right, we have the Ten of Swords, and this is the ending of a very painful and difficult situation. When the tens are about completion in tarot, so when the Ten of Swords comes forward, it's, you know, something, the swords are starting to lift. So, but there's a lot of pain and grief and sorrow in this card here. All right, and of course that's come out next to the Three of Swords, the heartbreak, heart pain. And then connected to the Lover's energy, we have the Four of Pentacles, and this is about money. This is a need to protect what you have, or somebody holding something close to their chest, keeping something away from others that may want to take it. It could be to do with hoarding. You know, sometimes it's to do with greed, but it doesn't have to be. And that's connected to this relationship, the Lover's energy. All right, can we have two more, please? Two more. Two more for the Three of Swords and the Lovers, please. Ten of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. All right, we have the Fool. Here's the new beginning. All right, this is the new beginning, the leap of faith. And we've got the Empress here. And again, the Empress is about abundance, fertility, growth, expansion. The Empress embodies all the energies of all the queens in the minor arcana. So this is very much about fertility and growth and expansion. Okay. Right, one more, please. One more. And then I'll try and pull all these cards together for you, Virgo. All right, we have Temperance. I'm just going to get some more information about the Empress. Could we have more information about the Empress, please, for Virgo? Some more information about the Empress, please. Right, we have the Seven of Cups. And we have the Ten of Cups. All right, and we have the Moon here, the Moon energy again. And we saw the Moon energy for going forward. And here it is again, which is just talking about when things are not really clear. We can see the reflection here of the young woman on the moon here, but of course reflections are always a bit blurred, aren't they? Just there's a lack of clarity with reflections, and images constantly flow and change. All right, so let's see. Right, so connected to the Three of Swords here, we had the Ten of Swords, but then we had the Fool, which is new opportunities, new beginnings. Because as I said with the 10, the swords are starting to lift. So there's been a very difficult situation that's caused a lot of heartbreak and heart pain. And there's a lot of grief here, a sense of loss. But the swords are starting to lift. This pain is starting to lift, is starting to ease. Because there's a new opportunity, a new beginning here, taking a leap of faith in another direction. And then connected to the Lovers, the Four of Pentacles, and the Empress. And of course, so this is something to do with a relationship. Definitely to do with a relationship. Somebody having to hold something close to their chest, or somebody hoarding. Somebody maybe being greedy, for example. There are all the layers. There's lots of layers to do with the Four of Pentacles. And then we had the Empress, which is about growth, abundance, fertility, very feminine energy. And then connected to the Empress, we had the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is about choices, having options and choices. With this particular depiction, this is very much a transformation energy. So things are transforming. There's great change here. And you've got lots of options that you are going to take with you. Whatever choice, whatever way you go here, you've got to have options and choices to take with you. Virgo. And then we have the Ten of Cups, and this is very much about abundance and happiness within a family situation. So, you know, there's new opportunities, new beginning to do with love and relationships, emotional fulfillment within a family situation. That you're going to be, you know, you're going to have lots of options and choices, linking in with this energy. An expansion, growth, fertility. And that's going to be moving. You're going to be holding on to what you have, protecting it from others who may want to take it. And this is all to do with something to do with a relationship, a close relationship. Okay. And then we've got the Temperance, and this is about having patience. Having patience while you achieve harmony, balance, and healing in this situation. But it looks like, you know, whoever this is for, this has been a very painful and difficult situation. I can see that on the table here. A lot of heartache and heartbreak. But there is a decision to be made, a choice to be made going forward here. But of course, you're not ready to make that because you're having to recover from the difficult situation. I mean, there's something you've been working on here, and perhaps pulling your skills with others. It's a very creative endeavour. But going forward, you're going to feel a bit stuck in your mind about which way to go forward, and just holding yourself back because things are not 100% clear in the near future going forward. But your guides want to just say to you, yes, this has been a very painful and difficult situation, but that pain is going to start to lift because there's a new beginning coming in, new opportunity. And this is all to do with a relationship. Within a relationship. Protecting what you have. Getting ready for growth, abundance, expansion. And as these transformation energies come in, you're going to have lots of options and choices within this family situation where there's lots of emotional fulfillment, lots of love, whatever your family means to you, Virgo. And then have patience for these events to start to unravel. And at some point there'll be need to let go of the past and embrace what the future is bringing in for you, Virgo. Right, let's get 2 final messages. Can we have 2 final messages for Virgo, please, to complete this reading? 2 final messages for Virgo to complete this reading, please. 2 final messages. Okay, we have rejuvenating rain, so clear the past and heal the present. And that's very much the same as here. This is about new beginnings, but a need to clear the past first. So clear the past, and that's going to heal the present, Virgo. Fellow travellers, support is all around you. You're not on your own, Virgo. You have support around you. You're setting off on this journey. You know, you've got the peacock here, which is a symbol of wealth and abundance. You know, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow here. The peaches are abundant and ready to be picked and harvested on the peach tree here. So it's a beautiful energies here. So, but it wants to say you're not on your own. You know, support is all around you with this situation. I'm just being drawn back to the lover's energy. Now, this can be referring to a close and intimate relationship, but it can also be referring to a relationship of any sort. All right, a very close friendship, work colleagues who have been on the same page. So, you know, it's that sort of an energy. So take it how it resonates with you. I just felt the need to clarify that for you. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Virgo. It won't be for everybody, this reading, but it will be for somebody who's tuning in. So good luck going forward. And until next time, bye-bye for now.